Representative Liz Cheney of Wyoming. It's great to have you with us.
Great to be with you. Thanks for having me this evening.
So let's start with North Korea. Big development. This is the first meeting between two leaders of this sort. How do we know that we can trust North Korea and its leaders?
We know we can't. That's a really, really great question, Sloan, because we've been, through this before, so many administrations, Republican and Democrat, where the North Koreans, we know they'll lie to us. What we've seen now is different in some ways. It is historic. We have had the American prisoners released. We've had this determination that the president and Kim Jong-un are going to sit down and talk to each other. But it's really important as we do that and as we go forward that we remember this is a historic pattern the North Koreans follow, where they'll make promises to get concessions from us, and then they won't keep their promises. So we're going to have to continue to watch this very, very carefully, with the presumption, frankly, that it's unlikely that they're going to actually keep their word.
Now, sticking with North Korea, how can the U.S. be trusted really to hold up our end of the deal with North Korea when we just pulled out of the Iran nuclear deal?
It's interesting. I actually think that the president's decision to walk away from the Iran agreement, and it's important to remember that was not a treaty. President Obama didn't submit it to the Senate because he knew it wouldn't pass. But President Trump's decision to walk away from that treaty actually strengthens our hand with respect to the North Koreans, because it says to the world, including the North Koreans, we aren't going to be party to fake agreements. That was a fake agreement. It was an agreement that really guaranteed the Iranians would get access to a nuclear weapon. And so it, I think, actually helps with the North Korean process and the North Korean negotiations. They know, we mean business.
All right, let's bring it back here to the United States. The Farm Bill, it's something you've been working on, something that's been in drafting for quite a while.
Yes.
Talk about the revisions to this bill. How does it impact Wyoming?
Well, it's a very important bill for Wyoming, obviously. We've had a situation where the Republicans in Congress are committed that we're going to put work requirements onto the food stamp programs in the Farm Bill. The numbers nationwide, you've got about 50 million able-bodied people who are of working age who are receiving food stamps, and 9 million of those are not working. And so what we have to do is really everything we can to get people back employed. We're in a situation now as a nation where we've got 3.9% unemployment. It's historic lows, and we ought to not be giving people incentives not to go to work. So I think that the problem we're having now is that the Democrats have walked away from the negotiations a couple of months ago. They don't like the fact that we've got these work requirements. And I hope in the House we'll put forward a bill with very strong work requirements, the ones we know are important, and we'll see what the Senate is able to do. The president has been pretty clear in signaling that he will not support the bill if it doesn't have some work requirements in it. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to make progress in the coming weeks on this.
Now, you just mentioned the work requirements, and you're hoping to put some very strong work requirements forward. Talk to me a little bit about what those work requirements might look like.
Yeah, I think, frankly, what it would be is a situation where if you are able-bodied and if you are of working age, we're not talking about people that are disabled, we're not talking about people who shouldn't be in the job market for whatever reason, then you will be required to either be in the job market looking for work, you'll be required to be holding a job in order to get food stamps. And I think that's really, the end of the day, that SNAP program is the one that has been the controversy in the bill, and we just can't keep perpetuating a situation where people rely on that instead of going out and getting a job.
Just quickly before we finish up, there's about 30,000 people that take advantage of that program here in Wyoming. Can you guarantee those people that there's going to be something for them even with these new revisions?
Yeah, look, I think that, as I said, we're not talking about people that can't work, or that, people who are aged out for some reason. We're talking about people of working age who are able-bodied. And most of the proposals that we put forward are those that include things like you're actively searching for work, you're in the job market. They're the kinds of requirements we should be able to meet. And it's an important bill because it deals with so much of our ag industry, our sugar industry, a whole range of issues we've got to make sure we get resolved.
All right, Representative Liz Cheney, it's great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Happy
Great to be with
Mother's
you
Day
guys.
as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.